So this is the first prediction video I am doing of the year of 2010. This is also the first time I ever predict a video of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, the Royal Rumble of 2010, and I've been complaining about WWE not hyping wrestlers enough for the match. Yes, they have hyped the main event wrestlers, making them have bold statements about them winning the match and making sure that they are true candidates of winning the match. But face it, we already knew guys like Triple H, Big Show, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Kane, Batista were gunning to win the Royal Rumble match. That's no surprise, is it? No. Simply WWE needed to hype the mid-card wrestlers to an extent, and more wrestlers, and have an influx of wrestlers now gunning to have an express ticket, as they say, to the WrestleMania main event. Because face it, this is the Royal Rumble match. You don't need, in theory at least, you don't need to be a main event wrestler. That's the way they want to build it up, to make it credible. You don't need to be a main event wrestler to win this match and to have a title match at WrestleMania. You could be a main event player, you could be a low card wrestler, you could be a mid card wrestler. You could even make your debut this very night and get a title shot at WrestleMania. This is the way they need to build it. We all know that when it comes down to the Royal Rumble match, well, it's going to be a top name or someone on their way to the top that's going to win the match. But in theory, and to make it credible, they need to make it seem like they say it is, that everyone can win. One winner. Everyone's got the same opportunity. It's luck, it's skill, it's luck of the draw. What number you get. We've seen people win with both number 1, 2, meaning the start of the match, or with number 30. People are also debating whether Edge will come back. My prediction is Edge will not come back this night. I could be wrong, but if he comes back, I'm pretty confident he will not win the Royal Rumble. Why? Because most people have predicted it. He will come as number 30 and win the Royal Rumble, and people blame the wrestling bookers for not being original. That's the most unoriginal idea I've heard so far. Edge entering, surprise, at number 30 and wins the Rumble. Didn't we see that like 2 years ago? That was very well done with John Cena, but that's way too predictable, and WWE are aware of what goes on the internet. Hence, I believe he will not win the Rumble, and I don't think he will enter the Rumble because I'm not sure he's physically, is that the word, physically able to enter the Royal Rumble match. We'll find out in a few days, but no, my prediction is Cena will not be, Edge will not be in the Royal Rumble match. He will not make a Cena return and win. Then we'll go on to who will win the Royal Rumble match. Well, I think WWE did a good job with Swagger this past Monday night on Raw. Very good job. They made him look good. He finally got several ones over on Santino Marella. Teddy DiBiase, Cody Rhodes looking kind of like they are in a striving spot right now between each other and against Randy Orton, who's having a title shot. And as I predicted back in October already, I predicted we'll have John Cena, Batista for one title in the main event at WrestleMania, and Randy Orton versus Teddy DiBiase. Well, I still stand that we will see Teddy DiBiase versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. It could be for the title if Randy Orton wins the title from Sheamus and Teddy DiBiase wins the Rumble. The Cena-Batista match doesn't look too possible right now with them being on separate brands, but I still believe I'll have to stand with those predictions back from October, that I said that Teddy DiBiase will face Randy Orton and John Cena will face Batista. However, will these matches contain a title in them? I'm not sure, because right now I believe Sheamus will retain from Randy Orton. He will, in some way, in some fashion, he will retain the title. Randy Orton will not win the belt from Sheamus at Royal Rumble. That's where I want to start. From there on, I still would like to predict a guy like Teddy DiBiase to win the match. I don't think Shawn Michaels will, because I think he will face Undertaker at WrestleMania, no title involved, because they don't need a title. However, I don't hope that this means that Shawn Michaels will cost the Undertaker the belt at Royal Rumble, because that means, oh dear, that we'll see Rey Mysterio as champion. I don't believe that will happen either. So Undertaker will retain. Ezekiel Jackson will win the title from Christian. Christian has held on to the title for a long time. Now is the time for him to drop it, possibly. I thought Shelton Benjamin was going to win it, I believe. I thought that Shelton Benjamin was going to win the title from Christian at TLC. However, I think now Ezekiel Jackson will beat Christian for it. Mickie James will defeat Michelle McCool for the title at Royal Rumble, and if we have the finals of the Divas tournament for the championship, Gail Kim Maurice will win that title. Still have the hardest one to crack, the Royal Rumble match. I don't want to predict one of the solid main event guys. That's why I don't think Kofi Kingston will win it. But I would like to say Ted DiBiase. It could be Chris Jericho, who's never won the match. Also, it would be interesting to see someone who's never won the match before. So, no, I don't think Chris Jericho will win it. I think Chris Jericho will face Edge at WrestleMania. I predicted that since July, since Edge got injured. I've also predicted for WrestleMania, I could talk about it, since December, Triple H versus Sheamus for the title. So that in December, and also in December, when Shawn Michaels challenged The Undertaker, I was pretty confident that from there on we will see Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and also in December when they announced that Bret Hart was going to come back, Bret Hart versus Vince at WrestleMania. So there's practically my WrestleMania card predicted back since August, 1 match, and 2 matches that I predicted in October, and then 3 matches that I predicted in December. And you gotta expect, well, we had Triple H, Sheamus, that's a title match. The Undertaker, if he's gonna lose the title, to whom? If he's not gonna lose the title, it could be that Shawn Michaels win the Royal Rumble. Him or Ted DiBiase. So I actually end up saying Shawn Michaels. I do that. I say, well, I don't like it that much because I want someone young to win it, like Ted DiBiase, but I don't think Ted DiBiase will win it, nor Kofi Kingston. So I say Shawn Michaels wins the Royal Rumble match of 2010. He makes a hat-trick, and that would build up for a huge momentum to it. He wins the Royal Rumble. That could actually be the one. He wins the Royal Rumble. The Undertaker is the champion. He has the undefeated streak. Shawn Michaels may retire if he loses. That's 4 big stipulations going into the match. Huge ramifications from the match after it's finished that derives from the match. So there it is. Shawn Michaels win the Rumble. The rest you just heard. Thank you for watching, and tomorrow I will have a TNA Impact review. We're looking forward to that. The continuation of the Orlando Screwjob, the Fallout, and feel free to share your Royal Rumble predictions yourself. And I will also have a new top 10 list. I had top 10 most cool theme songs and top 10 most weird theme songs back this fall in September, October. I'm gonna come back with a new top 10 list like tomorrow as well. Be sure to check them out. Feel free, as I said, to share your own predictions. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.